Good morning, everyone. It's Starstruck Post. How you all doing? And welcome to another episode of Breaking Dawn in the lovely Sardiat in the UAE. I am right now, guys. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to my show. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today. It's really great to have you guys on board. And you know what? It is Saturday. It's a nice day. We've got to look forward. We've got a lot to look forward to. We got a brand new manager. We got a new manager to look forward to on the 11th of November, of course. Ruben Amorim be taking over Manchester United, guys. Absolutely delighted. So, welcome. Absolutely. Welcome. Got my coffee here. Here's to the rivals' tears, guys, in my lovely latte. That is where they are. All their tears are in my latte right now, guys. So, guys, really pleasure to have you guys here. Thank you so much for everyone who's joining me now. Let's start the show. Let me just read some of your comments before I start. Good morning, Sanjay. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the stream, you legend. Thank you so much. Morning, Darko. Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the stream. I hope you're doing well. Hope everyone is doing fine today, guys. Hope you're all doing fine. Hope you can hear me nice and clear. Let me know if you can hear me nice and clear, guys. Absolutely. Now, we start with, basically, Ruben Amorim has been speaking to the media. He's been speaking about Manchester United and why he took charge of Manchester United, and also basically he wanted to wait until the end of the season, but Manchester United said it was now or never. It was now or never. Perfect. Big up, Darko. Hope you're doing well. It was actually now or never. He was either going to take over Manchester United now, or he's not going to get the opportunity to take over Man United, and that's through Ineos. So you have to applaud Ineos in regards to that. You have to applaud them in a way, because at the end of the day, they've actually not been held to ransom, and they said, look, you either come to Man United now and you become the manager, or you're not going to be a Man United manager, which, you know what? That is quite good. That's quite good. And he actually succeeded with that as well, which is quite impressive if we're being totally honest with you. Let me just do this for you guys. 1 second. I'm just going to do this. Obviously, I'm out right now, so I just have to, of course, get this all sorted out, if I may. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, absolutely. And I'm really looking forward to his tenure. I'm looking forward to what he has to do, at the football club, etc., like that. And you know what? Onwards and upwards, guys. Onwards and upwards. Let me just take you through what he actually said, because obviously there were a number of things that he said and stuff like that I want to bring into the show real quick, if I may. Let me just get this up for you. Right. So basically, he has said, Ruben Amorim said, I asked United if I could join at the end of the season. It was what I wanted, but Man United said no. Now it was now or never. So I had to make a decision, and I said yes. You know what? Love it, guys. Absolutely love it. I love the fact that, he's committed. I love the fact that Ineos have gone after him and not waited. I like that about what Ineos have done in this situation. I like the fact that Ruben Amorim is so enthusiastic about Manchester United. I do like that, guys. If I'm being totally honest with you, it is good. Let me just get this up real quick, if I may. Let's get this up. Yeah, so that is one thing. Let's have a look at what he said as well. Ruben Amorim goes on to say, I've received approaches from many clubs in recent months, but the club I wanted was Manchester United. There was no sporting fan who wanted me to stay until the end. There was no sporting fan who wanted me to stay at the end of the season more than I did, but it wasn't possible. Yeah, they put the pressure on him. Obviously, they put the pressure on him to stay at Sporting Lisbon, but he was only interested in going to Manchester United. Manchester United is a different animal. I know we haven't been successful in recent years, but Manchester United are a different football club. And you know what? Liverpool have been denying that they wanted Amorim. Man City have been denying that they wanted Amorim. But you know what? They can deny it all they like. We can read through the cracks. We know what they're about. We know they're lying. We know they're trying to put on the front. We know that. And this is the problem with them. They can say whatever they like. Ruben said, at the start of the season, I talked to the president and said, whatever happens, this is my last season at Sporting. The season started very well. Then Man United appeared and they paid the clause. I never argued with the president. So at the end of the day, Man United paid the clause and things did go quickly, which is absolutely fantastic. Of course, Man United paid the money quickly and we moved on very quickly, of course, which was... It's impressive when you think about it. In regards to Victor Gyökeres going with Amorim to Man United, I don't know. I'm here, as you can see. I enjoy it at Sporting. It's nothing I think about. I'm sad about him leaving. We wish him all the best. At the end of the day, look, you know what? Gyökeres scored how many goals last night? Was it 4 or 5 goals he scored for Sporting Lisbon last night? So, you know what? Very, very impressive player. A player that we should be going after. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes to Man United. Ruben Amorim has given a list of players that he wants to join appoint him at Manchester United. He has, and I'm looking forward to what he does with this football club. I'm really looking forward to what players he brings into this football club. If I'm being honest with you, I'm excited to see what is going to happen. Of course, guys, Amorim, I'm going to take my coaching staff with me. We've been together since Casapia. It was one of the conditions. So there you go, and that basically explains it all. That he is going to bring his coach staff to Manchester United. He's not gonna not bring his coaches, which obviously raises the question about Ruud van Nistelrooy's tenure, Rennie Hake's tenure. You know what, I would love Ruud van Nistelrooy to stay in any capacity. Of course, guys, that would be absolutely fantastic if he did stay, even if it was in a different sort of role, even if it was a motivator, for example, because he. There's something about Ruud van Nistelrooy which I really like, and I'm sure you guys like it as well, guys. I'm sure you guys like it as well. Ruben Amorim, on why you turned United, why you can turn United around when so many have fouled off Sir Alex's question in English. I understand why you asked the question, but tonight I would like to explain to Sportagistas this process. We'll have time for the questions on 11th of November, guys. Absolutely. Lovely interview there. Lots to be positive, guys. What do you think about this? How do you feel, guys? Absolutely. How do you feel? Let's have a look. 26 guys already this morning. Keep them coming, guys. Thank you, Gray. You're a legend. Thank you so much for joining me. Absolute legend. Yeah, keep smashing the lights, guys. Let's see if we can get to a healthy number by the end of the show. Of course, I've got a different location today. Of course, I'm not always in the studio. My peeps, absolutely. Great, Dark Road, Sal. We have to pray he just won't be a yes man and puts his genuine authority on players. Fingers crossed. And this is what I said yesterday. It's all about, we don't want him to come into the club and kind of be in awe of Man United. We don't want him to say, oh, look, that's Marcus Rashford, that's Casemiro. Oh, my goodness me, I can't believe I'm managing these players and stuff like that. He has to have an authority about him, and he has to lay down the letter of the law straight away. Because one thing he needs to understand is that Manchester United have not won a league title in 11 years, guys, which is unheard of at the end of the day. And we have to change that mold. This is very, very important. There's no point getting a new manager in if those managers don't have the ambition to win a league. Of course, when Erik ten Hag took charge of Manchester United, he also said the same. And this is one thing I'll be very wary of, guys. I'll be very wary of the fact that Erik ten Hag said the same, that we should be winning the league and stuff. That was his first interview, Erik ten Hag. Then slowly, as the years went on and the months went on, Erik ten Hag's ambition sort of lowered, and it went down and down and down. And that is the kind of thing that I worry about in regards to a new manager, etc. I want them to maintain those standards, and I want us to go after the league title, because that is Man United's bread and butter, and that's where Man United should be. If I'm being totally honest, Man United need to have win these trophies and start challenging for, at least challenge for the league. We haven't challenged for, let's be real here, guys. We haven't challenged for the league in now 11 years, right? And I'm not talking about second place for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Jose Mourinho, because at the end of the day, we didn't challenge. We were 20 odd points behind Man City. I'm talking about proper challenge for the title, guys. Excuse me. Coffee's not the good thing to drink on a stream, by the way, because you might have all that white stuff around your mouth. Darko, Sal, did we want a coach who would want his own players, or we needed a coach who would work out rightly who we got? I think there's going to be, Darko, thanks for your question, mate. I think there's going to be a mixture. I think there's going to be a collective in regards to decisions around the football club. There's going to be a collective in regards to who decides who buys players, etc. It's not just going to be it's not just going to be Ruben Amorim. There are going to be a collective organisation of people who are going to vote for players. For example, if Ruben Amorim said, I want Gutierrez, right? They're going to get into an office and say, okay, tell me about Gutierrez. Why do we want him? What has he done? How many goals has he scored, etc., etc. And then they're going to make a decision collectively. A bit like they did with Erik ten Hag a few weeks ago. When they had the meeting, they had a collective decision on what they feel should happen, and it was a actual majority who wanted Erik ten Hag to say. Of course, GK, how you doing, my bro? Hope you're doing well. We rushed unnecessary when Ruben wanted to come next year's. Absolutely. We have to think like this, GK. Is that, let's say that Ruben Amorim won the league this season, right? Let's say that he won the league for the third time. He's going to get a lot more interest in him. So we had to act very, very quickly, guys. We had to act quickly. We had to act sharply. We had to act shrewdly. I don't think we rushed it. I think it's going to be great because he can prepare for next season rather than having to spend the next few months of next season trying to pick up the team. He's got a chance to do that now, right? He's also got a chance to get us into the Champions League still. So that is very interesting as well. Absolutely. We got a chance to get into the Champions League this season. It is not over in regards to the Champions League. We win the next 3 games, we're right up there again. So I do believe it was the right choice, GK, if I'm being honest with you. New backward sniper, man. Yes, I'm in Sardiat. Of course, guys, Sardiat, lovely place. One of the most beautiful places in the UAE, guys. Absolutely. Sardiat Island. You in that? No, Sardiat Island. It's more beautiful. It's more beautiful, guys. Beaches. They're building something on the beach, so the beach is over there, but it's they're doing some work on it. You look at yeah, absolutely. Big up, GK though. Big up Grayo. Look fresh. Big up Grayo. Big up everyone, of course. Big up everyone. Big up all my friends in the chat. Of course, some great comments from you this morning. Big up Darko's on it this morning. He's on fire this morning, Darko, isn't he? He's on fire this morning. Big up Darko. Big up. Run the likes, peeps, and press the subscribe button. Thank you, Kazi. Thank you very much. Don't forget to do that, guys. If you could do that, absolutely, you legends. Great. That's because I just come on pressing some buttons on slots. Well, Arnie slot. You know what? Someone was telling me today about Arnie slot at Liverpool, right? Speaking of slots, someone was telling me of Arnie slot at Liverpool and basically saying that, you know what, they only paid 8 million for Arnie slot and they only wanted Arnie slot because he fits the philosophy of Jurgen Klopp. Let me drink my coffee to that one. Absolute rubbish. Absolutely right. They're just being defensive. You know, I don't expect anything less from Liverpool fans. If I'm being honest, I don't expect anything less from the way they are, you know, not to praise Man United and say, look, you know what, we wanted that manager. You lucky sods, basically. Absolutely. Morning, hi, Safer. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Almac, how you doing, bro? Hope you're doing well. Let me just move back. Since Amorim doesn't have a veto over transfers, does that mean he will be saddled with players that he might not want? Are we going to get Ineos transfers instead of Erik ten Hag signings? I think it's going to be a collective, Almac. I don't think it's just set in stone that one person is going to be deciding the transfers and the other person isn't. One thing I would say is that we are going to do things differently to what we've done in the past, which is fair enough because we've made a lot of mistakes. We spent a lot of money and we wasted a lot of money. I do think it won't just be down to Ruben Amorim. It will be down to Ineos. Obviously, Ashford, obviously Wilcox and Barada will be the ones responsible for the transfers. So it will be a collective. It won't be a complete embargo on transfers on Ruben Amorim's side. There will be a number of factors that will be involved in it. There will be adjudicator of things, of course, guys. That will happen, you know, and that is basically how it would be. I was just putting out your leg on Luteta farewell letter. I know, yeah, Luteta, I know, mate. I know who you are, Luteta. By now, don't you think I know who you are? You're the joker of the actual chat. Good to see you, though, Luteta. I hope you're doing well. Although I have got the letter to read to you. Thank God Ten Hag has gone. If he stayed any longer, I would have gone insane, Johnny. I know you were going insane. I was about to say before you were going a little bit mad. You know, some of the comments you were sending were a bit crazy, if I'm being honest with you. Ciao, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. The next Tuesday, Sporting versus City Champions League, going to be a draw. A lot of people's attention. Absolutely. I really hope they smash them. Let's hope that Ruben Amorim shows them a lesson, teaches them a lesson. We're going to learn a lot from that game. We are, because Sporting Lisbon are well into their obviously tenure with Ruben Amorim, and we're going to see the shape of the team. We're going to see the way Sporting Lisbon play. As far as I'm aware, Sporting Lisbon score a lot of goals. They play a very attacking style of football. Yesterday, of course, Gutierrez scored, 5 goals? Did he score yesterday? Was it 5? Absolutely unbelievable player. I would bring him in as well. You know what? Lots to be excited about. I'm looking forward to that game next Tuesday, of course, Chow. It's going to be an education. It's going to be, obviously, an insight into what we can expect, of course, guys. Let me just get down here. Have some Thai curry. Not in the morning. It is quite early here, GK. Absolutely, I don't eat Thai curry in the morning. In fact, I don't really eat until 12 p.m, guys. But yeah, Thai curry, good. Random one, big up. Nani was in tears. I'm not surprised Nani was in tears, but Nani was a Man United legend, of course, as well. So we have to remember that. Let me just change this real quick. This is getting right in my face. If you don't mind me changing this. Let's just see. Yeah, I can't change it. Never mind. We carry on. We go again. Let's have a look. Afro Soup, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. No more sentimental. Amorim should clear those who won't fit the 3-4-3. We have been misled too much with these carefree, lazy players. One thing I would say about the 4-4-3, does play like a false number 9 behind the 2. So it will be more like a 4. would be like a 4-4-1-2, something like that. If we're being honest, it'd be something like that. It's not straight flat 4-3-3. He's actually plays 5 at the back, so he'll play a 5-4-2. So something like that, guys. He will play, and with obviously one of those midfielders going up into the false number 9 position. But I agree with you, Afro. Absolutely no sentiments, no more. Told the Liverpool fan we got Amorim'S now, so they stay humble. They're not humble, Kazi. They're not. I've had a few people, if you look at the comments on some of my videos, Liverpool fans are piping up. They're getting a little bit agitated. They're getting a little bit fidgety. Do you know what I mean? They get a little bit. Look at me. I'm relaxed. Do you know what I mean? I'm just relaxed. I know what's going to come. I know Man United are going to come back. I've always believed Man United will come back. From the beginning, I knew that they would come back, and I'm delighted with it, to be honest with you, that we've got the best young manager in the game, of course, guys. Hasaifa, I feel like this sort of transfer power happened with Ten Hag too, since he wanted to keep McTominay. Yeah, this is started from McTominay. McTominay, you know what? At the end of the day, if we're going to move forward in regards to the way we play, and that means that dominating games, controlling games, we're going to have to get rid of players like McTominay. I'm sorry, but you know what? At the end of the day, he's a good pro. Probably a good substitute, but probably better if he plays elsewhere, because Man United have got a different direction that we're going in. He probably will win the Scudetto this season with Napoli, which is incredible, and I wish him the best of luck. But he does fit Serie A much better, I believe. I don't think he was quite at the Premier League level. And if we want to challenge that Manchester City side, we have to have better players. We have to have a better team and have the better way of playing, if we're being honest. We could have kept him on the bench, but I feel like we could have. The money that was to be made on McTominay was too much for them to turn down, of course, as well. Bruno will be untouchable under Amorim'S. Will that be acceptable? Bruno will be. Let me be honest with you. No, it won't be acceptable. I go by how players are performing on the pitch. I'm not going to be overly zealous with Ruben Amorim. I'm not going to start saying that. You know what? It doesn't matter if he plays Bruno. I only trust what Ruben Amorim does. But players need to be dropped if they're not performing well. And that includes Marcus Rashford, that includes Bruno, that includes Casemiro, that includes every single player on that pitch. If they're not performing well, they have as equal opportunities as others. Other players have the same amount of opportunities as them. Yeah, and that's what I would say about that, if I'm being honest with you. Bruno hasn't performed well, but don't be surprised if he starts picking it up now. Don't be surprised if he starts scoring goals, etc. Don't be surprised about that, guys. Manatita, Kazimir, he's a humble ourselves as well. We are bitten all lot, so let's be shy now. You humble her. I'm humble. I'm always humble, guys. I feel, to me, I'm hiding behind the comment. I feel this is where there's bringing in players for commercial reasons other than managers that was replaced. Eric Ten Hag choosing his own players need experts. Absolutely, I agree with that, Almac. Absolutely agree with that. Mason Mount signing. This is one thing that is we have to discuss in regards to the Mason Mount signing, because that signing was wrong. That signing was not the right signing, in my opinion. And I said it at the time that we shouldn't have signed Mason Mount. We signed Mason Mount and it was the wrong signing. But Ruben Amorim has been speaking, and he has said that he wants to bring in his own players as well, including Gutierrez is one that, you know what, big news. He could be coming to Manchester United. Don't be surprised if a player like Gutierrez comes to Man United. Don't be surprised if 2 or 3 Sporting Lisbon players come to Man United by the summer. You'll be shocked. I've been hearing things that a few players are coming in as well. So there's a lot to be excited about. This January is going to be difficult because obviously Ineos have spent 25 million upwards on getting rid of Eric Ten Hag and bringing in obviously Amorim, of course, and also his backroom staff, which are going to come very soon, guys, if we're being honest. And basically, we have to wait and see what happens in the summer. But at the beginning of this season, Ineos did say that this transfer window is not going to be a one-off. They're going to spend money every transfer window until they get it right, and hopefully they do. Manu Tuta, Kazimir made some Bangla curry for us on November the 11th. Well, hopefully you can send it to me. Hopefully you can send it to me because I'm all the way over here. So hopefully you can send it to me and we go from there. Was Xerxes a commercial signing? No, that was I believe that was a Ten Hag influence signing, if I'm being honest. I think that was a Ten Hag influence. The thing is, what happened in the summer is that Ineos just literally arrived, and they didn't really have their seat on the table on the chair yet. So basically, what happened is that Ten Hag had a list of players that he wanted, and basically he he put those players ahead and said, look, Ineos, we want this player. And Ten Hag's decisions wasn't always the great decisions. He has made good decisions. I think Licha was a good decision. I think De Ligt was a good decision. I think Mazraoui was a good decision. You know, some of those were Ineos signings, but not all of them, guys. Absolutely. John O'Connor, are you on holiday? No, I'm outside. I'm outside and just basically where I live. Basically where I live. I'm outside Sardinia Island. I'm on in the UAE. I live here, mate. No, I'm not on holiday. I hope you're doing well, John O'Connor. Hope you're doing well. Pearl, how you doing? Good afternoon from Singapore. Good afternoon, Pearl. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. Good to see you all the way from Singapore around the world. This is a multi-nation stream, nation of domination, of course, as we called it, the nation of domination. Yeah, but do you know what? Let me tell you this, right? At the end of the day, this whole structure, this new system at Manchester United, it was always going to take time. It wasn't going to be in place straight away. You know, now you're going to start seeing differences the way the structure is. Ruben Amorim wouldn't have selected Man United if he had no power at all. He wouldn't have. He could go to a number of clubs in Europe, and he's also said that he could have been paid a lot more money at other clubs as well. So it goes to show you that Man United have not attracted Amorim due to money. Ruben Amorim knows about Man United. Those of a certain age, of course, know Man United are the only Manchester club worth thinking about at the end of the day. And we played against Ruben Amorim when he was playing for Braga, when he was playing for Benfica. Victor Lindelof has played with Ruben Amorim. That shows how young that manager is. It's crazy, isn't it? Nation to nation fan, nation of domination. Kazi's the Farouk of the nation of domination, of course. Oh my God, Emirates said that post-match news conference, he turned down an offer from 3 times before Man United. Yeah, and you know who those offers were? Liverpool, Manchester City, right? Those 2 teams, and then there was a West Ham offer. Those 3 teams. No coincidence, is it? Those 3 teams, and they're going to deny it. They're going to deny it, guys. Of course they are. What makes you say Amola? Because he's the best young manager in the game. Lamine Lamal is the best young player in the game. And I think that Ruben Amorim is the best young manager in the game. So he's basically the Lamine Lamal of managers. Copyrighted Sal. Big up. And that's why I would say that. That's why I would say that he's the Lamine Lamal of managers. I don't know what you think. I mean, it sort of makes sense because I don't see any young manager as good as Ruben Amorim. I really don't. I don't think any manager even comes close to how good he is. I think Nagelsmann could be second in regards to that. He could be the second most talented young manager in the game, but I think that Ruben Amorim is. I think he's going to show us what a great manager he is. If I'm being watch what's going to happen. Watch this space, right? We're going to be on this stream, right, and we're going to be celebrating this season and next season and the season after and going forward. We're going to be doing that. You watch this space. Man United will be back. The beast will awaken, guys. Absolutely. Almac, if Qatar bought the club and the transfer budgets would be higher because of the debt-free stadium and removal of the Glazers debt. I mean, a full sale removal of the Glazers would have been better. I know no matter what happens with obviously Ineos, it would have been long-term better for Man United to have a full sale, Glazers out, whether it's Apple, whether it's Amazon or whether it's Qatar. And we needed a full sale, Glazers out, debt cleared. Obviously, a club without debt is a lot better than a club with debt, of course. So, you know what, I would never change my opinion on that. I would not flip-flop on that. I would not change from that. I do believe that Ineos are doing a good job right now. I think they need time. I do. But at the same time, I'm thinking that the Glazers are still there signing the checks. So whilst the Glazers are still there signing checks, it's always going to be difficult, isn't it, to basically move forward quicker. We're going to be slowly moving. We're going to move slower than we would have done with Qatar. It would have been similar, but you know what? Maybe it's about the butterfly effect, isn't it? What would have happened if Qatar took charge of Man United instead of Ineos? What would have happened? Would we have got Ruben Amorim? Would David Ten Hag have survived the FA Cup final after the FA Cup final? What would have happened? I mean, it's all up in the air at the moment. We wouldn't know. But one thing's for certain, a club without debt, a club without the Glazers would have been better than the other ways, of course, guys. The other ways. Lumen, we all know why they didn't sell the club to Qatar, but a sad part is that fans kept quiet and didn't express their dislike. So this is the problem, mate. And one thing I will say, Lumen, we all know, I know, you know why. But the thing we have to do right now, right, is as fans, right, just support the football club. And we will hold them to ransom. We will, they're on fraud watch at the end of the day. At the moment, they're making the right moves. They brought in Ruben Amorim, which is the right move. They sacked Ten Hag, in my opinion, at the right time. They gave him a chance at the beginning of the season, and they were not rash with it. So they've done good so far. So we have to give them their props in regards to that, right? But in regards to Qatar, I mean, we all know why they didn't want to sell. The problem is that Sir Jim Ratcliffe facilitated the opportunity for Glazers to stay. They basically facilitated that by offering them basically a percentage buyout, a leverage sort of buyout, and at the end of the day, that enabled the Glazers to stay. Of course, if Jim Ratcliffe wasn't there, Qatar would have purchased the club, because obviously I was on Qatar television. People know that about me. I was on Qatar television talking about the full sale, why Man United wanted a full sale, why the debt needed to be cleared, etc., etc., etc. But you know what? It is what it is at the moment. We got Ineos, right? 27%. Hopefully down the line, Ineos will buy the club fully. Do I think they will? Not within the next 5 years. I don't think they will. I think that was just a tool to promote their bid, in my opinion. But I wish them the best of luck, and I hope that we do actually sell the club one day and get the Glazers out. I really hope we win against Chelsea. Their fans are too much. Mate, there's few teams, right? Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, and Arsenal. Those are the four teams that I want to defeat, because their fans are incredibly irritating. Man City, there's not as many, so you don't really notice Man City, if we're being totally honest with you. But Arsenal fans and Chelsea fans are very, very vocal, guys. And you know what? I hope that we beat them tomorrow. I think we will beat them tomorrow. My prediction was 3-1, and that was my prediction. And I hope that that happens. I hope we win the game. Just as long as we win the game, it will give Ruben Amorim a good elevation, in the league. And then obviously we play Bodo Glimt in the midweek. No, Poak in the midweek. And then if we beat Poak, we go up the league. We should be beating a team like Poak. We go up the league, and then obviously Ruben Amorim starts his tenure. Hello, bro. My son is sick. I wish your son the very blessings and love, my friend Tri-Free. I hope you're doing well. Send my love to your son. I hope your son is doing well. And you know what? I hope he gets better soon. I have nothing but best thoughts for your son, and I hope that he gets better. Tri-Free, much love, and God love to you. Good love to you, and all that, guys. Absolutely. Sorry about that. Sorry to hear that, Tri-Free. Really am. Sorry, mate. You're right, Sal, but what more can the fans do than more discuss on the streams? What more? At the moment, look, the fans have done a lot. Of course, we cancelled the Liverpool game. Of course, guys, when that happened a few years ago, fans can do their bit. They can. The problem is right now is that a lot of the movements have gone quiet. A lot of the Glazer out movements have gone quiet. No one's really talking about it, because the one thing about us as Man United fans is that certain Man United fans are too openly influenced by positivity in one way. They're too influenced by certain like promises and stuff like that. Like promises, they get too excited about promises, and they just forget about what we fought for the last 20 years, which is getting the Glazers out. Don't think that's going to disappear, because it will come back. If things don't go well, it will come back, because at the end of the day, look, the reason we hold the Glazers accountable is because they take money out of our football club. They take dividends out of the football club. They've taken over $1 billion out of the football club over the last 10 years. So at the end of the day, this is why we hold them accountable, right? I don't care who took charge of the club, whether it was Apple, whether it was Ineos, whether it was Amazon. I didn't care, right? The only thing I wanted was the Glazers out. We can get the Glazers out. We will get the Glazers out eventually. It will happen. And when it happens, we'll be celebrating all here, of course, guys. But one thing I would say is that we cannot forget the hard work we put in on getting the Glazers to sell this percentage anyway. People tell me that they wouldn't have sold to Qatar. They would have sold to Qatar. And I'll tell you the reason why they would have sold to Qatar if Jim Ratcliffe wasn't in the picture. Manchester United and Old Trafford, the football ground, needed investment, and it needed investment up to $1 billion on just the football ground, right? Just the football stadium. We needed, and the infrastructure around the stadium needed $1 billion in investment. They couldn't afford it. They were scared. They couldn't afford another rebuild of the squad. They were scared, right? So they needed someone to come in and invest in the club, right? Preferably, they would have loved to stay, which obviously, and Jim has facilitated that just by paying part of the club 27% for $1 billion, and then obviously leaving the Glazers to stay and still take dividends from the football club. And in the next few years, they will make 10 billion. They are seen to make, in line to make 10 billion. 10 billion. Whereas Qatar wanted to buy the club fully. So Qatar, when it offered 6 billion, 8 billion altogether, 2 billion would go to the infrastructure and obviously all that, and the debt will be cleared. That would have been cleared and stuff. As we stand, we're still in debt. We're still 500, 600 million, up to $1 billion in debt. because of this, and that doesn't look like it's going down anytime soon. Of course, it also affects FFP. FFP obviously is going to harm our transfer dealings as well. Also, with this decision of sacking Erik ten Hag and bringing in Ruben Amorim, it's cost 25 million upwards. So that means that our FFP is harmed a little bit. So that money could have went towards transfers and stuff like that, but it's not going to happen, of course, guys. He thinks he's Rashford. Who, your son? Try free. Big up your son, by the way. Chelsea fans talk too much. Have you heard of the famous Chelsea fan Matisse? He's been on my channel, Kenny. He's been on my channel. This guy talks so much on this sports that this guy needs to be humbled. Yeah, he does need to be humbled. He's been on my channel before, Kenny. If you go to Stretford Post and Matisse, you will see Matisse Mar. Yeah, you will see him on my channel. He's been there a couple of times. He follows me. We spoke a little bit. Don't forget this, Kenny, is that a lot of these sort of fan channels and stuff like that, a lot of it is an act. A lot of it's an act, and they try to sensationalize things for views and to go viral, and that's what they do. But they're in the same bracket as obviously Saeed and Rant and that. They're in the same little bubble, ain't they? They're in that little bubble, of course, guys. So at the end of the day, let them do what they're going to do. Man United, hopefully, Kenny will win tomorrow, and we will be there to witness it. Glazers out all day long, Sanjay, absolutely. Sal, I know me and all have been supporting the club since childhood, but Sal, has zero of our supporters club mellowed down over the years because of many reasons? The reason the club has mellowed down over the years is generally a plan that the Glazers been trying to do for obviously 20 years. Their aim was to mellow down the Man United fans. Man United fans are a very family-orientated fan base. We're a very calm fan base. We've never been in trouble abroad. We never get into any riots. We've been going abroad in Europe for many, many years. I've been going abroad with Man United, and we've never had trouble. Never. As opposed to Liverpool and Arsenal and Leeds and teams like that. Man United have always been well behaved. We're a very classy fan base. Man United, very classy fan. Why are we classy? Because we come from adversity. We've had bad things happen to our football club. Very bad things, life and death things happen to our football club. We've had the greatest players of all time play for our football club. We've had the greatest managers of all time play for us. Manager Sir Matt Busby and Sir Alex Ferguson. Do you know what I mean? Sir Matt Busby, of course, survived a plane crash and managed us in the European Cup final 10 years later. So at the end of the day, we are classy. We are a classy fan base, and we're a strong fan base. And the problem is, we as fans, we trust people too easily. We're too nice in one way. I believe we are too nice. I think that if this was at AC Milan, at Barcelona, Real Madrid, or that type of club, they would have been hounded out of the club. But one thing in regards to the Glazers, they're all the way in Florida. So what do we do? What do we do? If they're already in Florida, what can we do? At the end of the day, the only thing we can do, and I said it many, many times, was empty the stadium. But that's not going to happen because that's unfair on the people who have season tickets, the people who spend money on the football club. That's not unfair on them. We still want to enjoy football. At the end of the day, it's football. It's entertainment. At the end of the day, for all of us, some of us, it's life and death, and stuff. It's like a religion. But at the end of the day, you know what? It's sad the way the Glazers have put the mess that the Glazers have put us in. Some people have kind of given up. Some people are just like, okay, Ineos are here. We're going to see what they do. We're going to see if they change things. They're going to see if we challenge for the title, etc. They're sort of on that vibe at the moment, and we're going to see what happens. But don't be surprised, right? Don't be surprised if things go pear-shaped, if things go wrong. You will see a complete turn in the fan base. Big up, Barman. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Could we get some update around the style of play we could expect and his relationship with Rude? There is no relationship with Rude and Amorim right now. I'm sure they're going to meet up with each other sooner or later. I'll probably speak on the phone, speak on Skype. I don't really know. But one thing is that Ruben Amorim wants to bring in his own team, which is 5 coaches, of course, which actually puts Ruud van Nistelrooy's position in jeopardy because you know what? We can't have too many. We can't have too many cooks in the kitchen, so to speak. He's going to want his own team in there. And we can't argue with that, unfortunately. It does look like Ruud will be leaving the club unless he works somewhere else in regards to non-coaching roles, something like that, because we will already be full up and stacked on coaches. It's sad in one way. I love Ruud van Nistelrooy. I think he's a great guy. In my opinion, I would have tried to keep him at the club because if things do go pear-shaped, Ruud can just step in and do the job, of course, guys. And you know what? Let's just cheer on Ruud for this next 2 games. He's got Chelsea and we've got Poak as well during the week. Let's cheer him on. And let's hope that he wins the games, these 2 games. And you know what? We need Rude. He needs us. And you know, let's get behind that. The style of play that we will playing will be it'll be very wing orientated, which I like. Which is the fullbacks bombing forward. We will be crossing the ball a lot more than we're crossing at the moment. The midfield three, we'll have 3 in the midfield, but one of those players will be going up to the false number 9 position with 2 up front. So it'll be a lot more attacking when we're attacking. But we also will be defending in triangles. We also will be defending as a unit. And we won't. Over the years, we've been a bit like disjointed in regards to our defending and attacking. When we pass the ball, we don't really have a style of play. We didn't know where we were going. Or you were going there. You know, under Sir Alex Ferguson, we knew exactly what we were doing. We knew exactly that the ball's going to go to Beckham. Schmeichel will throw out the ball will go to Beckham. The ball will go to Giggs, and we're up the other end of the field in seconds. You know, you've got Scholes drifting in, and then you have Keane. You know, playing from deep and then coming forward. Of course, it was like that. And you know, you can expect something similar. Under Ruben Amorim, you can expect a fast, quick style of play. And you know what? One thing which is very important, a lethal style of play. We'll be scoring goals. We will be making chances. And you know what? I'm looking forward to it, to be honest. Will Ineos invest in the stadium? Or will that just be borrowed by Manchester United? It's going to be from the government. The government will be in the stadium out. That huge percentage, not all of it will be Old Trafford's own money. Will be investing in the stadium. Unfortunately, this is the nature of the beast. One thing I don't want in regards to Old Trafford is for Old Trafford to turn into a commercialised Chessington World of Adventures, for example. Do you know what I mean? I don't want it to be Alton Towers. I want it to be Old Trafford. When we do build the new stadium, and this is another thing, if Qatar were in charge of Man United, the stadium and the bulldozers will already be there right now, right? When we do build the new stadium, I want it to represent who Manchester United are. I don't want it to be, for example, the Ineos Stadium, the Sir Jim Ratcliffe Stadium, and stuff like that. I want it to be who we are. So Matt Busby Stadium, for example, George Best Stadium, Bobby Charlton Stadium, Sir Alex Ferguson Stadium, things like that. Something along the lines of what we represent, who we are at the end of the day. And that's what I would say. It has to be catered to the fans. The fans are the most important thing. So the stadium has to be catered to fans. The fans have to be, you know, able to enjoy the pre-match experience, including around Old Trafford. At the moment, Old Trafford is like you enter, you leave the tram, you go to the ground. There's not much there to do. There's not. Let's be honest. I mean, you've got the museum you can go to. You've got obviously the mega store. Do you know about this? I mean, once you've seen it once, there's nothing else more you can do. There needs to be more of an experience when going to Old Trafford. At the moment, there's nothing in the way of experience. And you know what? I hope that Jim Ratcliffe does implement that into the new stadium ideas, which I'm sure he will. But my most passionate run in regards to Manchester United and Old Trafford is that we stick to our principles. We have our legacy respected, and the stadium is named after what Manchester United are, because at the end of the day, you know, Old Trafford has survived a bomb in the war. It's had a lot of things happen to it. It is us. From the first game in our history to now, it is us. Yes, we played at Main Road for a little bit during the war and stuff like that when Old Trafford was bombed, but most of the time, every single game has been at Old Trafford, and I just want them to keep that legacy, if I'm being honest. Big up Sal here because of the word billion. Tops, big up Sal. I'm here because of the word billion. Big up, what the F? Absolute top button. Much love to you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. I don't know why. Where did I say billion? Did I say billion? Did I say billion? Oh yeah, I did, in regards to the selling of Qatar and stuff like that. Big up. Ineos might bring down the debt for equity. Yes, they probably will eventually. The debt will be decreased, but it's going to take time. Rather than if Qatar took charge, it would have been quicker. It would have been quicker to reduce the debt. Of course, guys, absolute much quicker. Lumen, I just wanted our Ruben Van Nistelrooy's lineup and substitutions to be sensible and on par with the fans' expectations. 1 point or 3 points is secondary to me at this point, though we badly need maximum points. I think a win against Chelsea will be a huge step. It'd be a huge step. Not only will it be a huge step for Manchester United, it'd be very, very important for Ruben Amorim as well, coming in a little bit high up the table, because we need to have that elevation. We're very far behind at the moment. We need to catch up some points. Even in the Europa League next week, we've obviously got Poak, so we're going to have to win that game as well. So that is very important as well, if I'm being honest with you. Take a flight to Mumbai, bro. Nah, not for me, Mumbai. Not for me. Not yet. Mumbai is 2 hours from where I am. I don't think I'll be going there. Not yet. Maybe soon. You know what? One day. My wife will kill me. I'll watch games with him. He just saw that one season when we actually scored 30 goals and he was so happy. Love to your son. Absolutely, big up your son. You know what? Rashford needs to pick it up, though, doesn't he? This season, he really does. I mean, he's finally broken his silence in regards to Erik ten Hag. etc. But one thing I would say is that he needs to be more consistent in regards to Manchester United going forward, in regards to scoring goals, in regards to bringing Man United out of the table. I don't think he's performed anywhere near good enough. He is a commercial guy. He's popular with obviously makes children's books and stuff like that. So that's one reason why he stays at the football club, because of his commercial appeal. Obviously Rockefeller and stuff like that as well he's part of. It's always sunny here, GK. Always sunny, of course. Good morning, Sal. I hope you are having a good time anyway. Big up, bro, Sal, the legend. Big up, Theo, Noah. How you doing, Theodros? Hope you're doing well. Thank you so much, my friend. Good to see you. And thank you for joining me today. Absolute legends, of course. GK, no, don't go to Mumbai, Sal. Moji, BJP, Ras have finished India and made it toxic with dividing people. Sad, isn't it? Really sad. India's a very multicultural country, but obviously hatred gets in the way of things, isn't it? Hatred and bitterness gets in the way of things. You know, when you think about India, you think about Bollywood, and you think about, you know, the multicultural sort of society that it is and stuff like that. You know, it's sad that anyone would come in there and try and divide it, but let's not forget that UK, Britain, divided it first. Britain divided it first, and the problem with India, Pakistan, and Bangladesh is that they fell for Britain. They fell for it. Britain schooled them, basically, and you know what? They manipulated them, and they made divide and conquer, and that is what's happened. And to be honest with you, that's sad, if I'm being honest. Get some chill beer in the sun. Nah, just got my coffee. It's too early for that, mate. Absolutely. Yeah, I just got my coffee. It's too early for beer, my friend. Absolutely. Big up. 35 likes, not too bad, not too bad. 35 likes, guys. Can we get up to 40 by the end of the show, guys? Not long to go. Absolutely. This is Manchester United, so the United Stadium. Kazi, love it. That's right. You know, at the end of the day, United Stadium, Man United Stadium, Red Devil Stadium, you know, what's Matt Busby Stadium? Those are the sort of names that we have to give our football club, because at the end of the day, the stadium should represent who we are. That, I mean, it should tell you who we are. It shouldn't be like in your stadium, you know, the Sainsbury's Stadium, the Tesco Stadium, whatever it is, you know what I mean? The Cadbury's Chocolate Cream Egg Stadium. At the end of the day, we don't want that. We want the Old Trafford named as it is, not naming rights and stuff like that, coming in, commercialising the place and stuff. Do you know what I mean? Even Tottenham didn't commercialise their place, did they? Top button. Apparently, Amorim plays fast through the middle. Yep. The wing backs are there to pull the markers and play out the middle. Yep. If the middle stays packed, then the ball switches out to the wings. Absolutely exciting stuff. Very exciting stuff. Absolutely very, very exciting stuff, guys. Do you know what I mean? In regards to Amorim, one thing I would say is just to sit back, relax, and just watch this unfold. Watch this unfold, and let's see what happens, guys. And let's see what happens, because I have a very happy, enthusiastic, overzealous, some may say, ambitions for this football club and expectations for this football club. Some people think I'm crazy. Some people think I'm absolutely out of my mind. But I do think Man United will mount a serious title challenge this season. There you go. There you go. I've said it, guys. You can clip that. You can do what you want. I think that Man United will pose a late title charge this season. Going for a title charge. Would you swap Rashford and Garnacho for Vinny? Absolutely, yes. Not Garnacho. No, that's a difficult one, to be honest with you. I'll swap Rashford for Vinny. Absolutely, just Rashford. I wouldn't swap Garnacho. No, I wouldn't do that. No, I think Garnacho has the ability to be as good as Vinny. I will send you the tweet. My son thinks he is him, even if he does the point of his celebration. I will tweet it. Tweet it to me, mate. I'll give it a retweet and some love. Big up, try free. Definitely tweet it to me. No Theos. So if Amorim uses a 3-4-2-1 or 3-4-3, it might work. But I work with our current players that we have right now. I think we do need some players in there. I think we need a couple of wing backs in, because I don't think Dalot is very good enough to play the attacking style wing back. I do believe Harry Abbas is coming from, but I wouldn't get obviously in there to do talk about the and there's talk about him, who's a brilliant player. There's also talk about Gutierrez he could bring in the striking department, which is another position that we need to concentrate on as well. You know, and we need a goal scorer in there. I mean, I think Højlund is that. Højlund's going to be a brilliant player. I think he is, but we do need someone who's going to be in there. Who's going to be there for a while. No, Sal, no. How is Vinny, bro? Garnacho is 20. No, so how is Vinny, bro? Garnacho. I wouldn't swap Garnacho for Vinny. My opinion. Am I breaking up, guys? Let me know if my connection is good or not. Let me know, guys, please. If you could do that, if my connection is good or not, my friends. If you could do that for me. Kazi seems to think I'm breaking up. Am I breaking up, guys? Absolutely. I don't think I am. I think I'm okay. By my looks, I think it looks okay, if I'm being totally honest with you guys. Absolutely. Vinny's about 24, isn't he? Isn't he about 24? Vinny Jr., let me have a look at this. Let me have a look how old Vinny Jr. is. Let's have a look at this if we can. Let's see how look. Vinny Jr. is... Vinny... Hold on. Vinny Jr. So Vinny Jr., 24. Absolutely. Spot on. He's 24, guys. Yeah, he's 24 years old, going on 25. So, yeah. So give it like 4 or 5 years and we'll see where Garnacho is by that time. If Garnacho gets anywhere near Vinny Jr.'s level, then you know what, we got a success story. But let's not forget, Vinny Jr. hasn't really been playing well for internationally. It's quite easy to fit into such a star-studded Real Madrid side, if we're being honest. That's nothing taken away from Vinicius Jr. It's nothing. I'm not taking nothing. But one thing I would say is that Real Madrid do have a fantastic conveyor belt of players there, you know, and it's very easy to slot into that side, of course. Look at the way Bellingham plays for England as opposed to the way he plays for Real Madrid. Real Madrid last season was their player of the season. You know, but when he plays for England, you know what? He can't get into the game. It depends on your unit, the way you are set up. Obviously, Ancelotti is a huge part to thank to that. There's a big difference between Ancelotti and Gareth Southgate. You know, it depends on what sort of atmosphere you're brought into, the team you're brought into, the manager you're working under. That works, of course, guys. One thing I would say about Ruben Amorim is that, you know what, he has this aura about him that you want to play under him. You want to play with him. You know, you want to play under him. He's got this aura about him. You know, a winner. And something a little bit Ten Hag kind of lacked. It lacked a bit of aura. It lacked a bit of I don't know what it was. You know, it was just something there that it just didn't fit. It was like a bit of a bad connection. A bit like my stream sometimes. Forever Red, how you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Welcome back to the stream. Hope you're good. As for Sir Jim told, let's make our own Vinny. Forever Red, well done, mate. Absolutely, and that's what I would say. That's exactly what I would say, is we have to make our own Mbappe. We have to make our own Vinicius Jr. That is what's important at Man United. We have a fantastic conveyor belt of young players coming through at Man United, and we have to stay loyal to the young players as well. We've got Obi Martin, we've got Kone coming through as well. Not forgetting Harry Amas, Murray, Fletcher, Shea Lacey, those type of players, Wheatley, we have to give them a chance as well. You know, at the end of the day, we have to build our own team, because Dubaclet did also say that we've spent over $1 billion in the last 10 years and we ain't got £100 million player. What does that say? Transfers have been bad. So what we do, we try and build our own £100 million players. The only players that are anywhere near to 100 million are Mainu and Garnacho, who are from our youth academy. Of course, Garnacho came from Atletico Madrid, but I mean, like, in regards to, he started very, very young, and he obviously came through the Man United system. So him and Mainu are only ones who potentially could be 100 million. I don't think they're quite there yet, 100 million, but I think they can potentially be over 100 million. Hope my connection is good, guys. Let me know if anything goes. Noah Theodore is a gunner. Are you a gunner, Noah? I didn't know that. I don't think you're a gunner. So will the players respect him as he is young and also plays against Evra? Their players are going to have to respect him. This is different. This is a different animal now. In regards to they're not going to accept any players that down tool just because the manager's 39 years old. At the end of the day, the manager's a quality manager. He's a skilled manager. He's won things. You know, he knows what he's doing. At the end of the day, they're going to have to just be quiet and get on with the job. I mean, I'm talking about those players that have been there 10 years. I know what, you know, those players are the ones who are likely to down tool, are likely to ask that question, you know, and it's up to us as a Manchester United to counter that and stop any crap that these players put on, to be honest. I don't want to have any more excuses. There's no more excuses, guys. We have to now start performing on that pitch, to be honest with you, and no more excuses. And none of them guys are going to have any more. Sorry, against Evans. Evans scored against Amorim when he was playing for Braga. Amorim could have easily been a playmaker, player manager. He could have done, yeah, absolutely. But one thing about him, he was very concentrating on what he wants to do. Still very fit, of course. He does do kickboxing and stuff like that. So that's a good thing to see. You know what I mean? It's a different animal to Erik ten Hag, a completely different person to Erik ten Hag. Erik ten Hag liked cycling. He liked to go out on his bike. Ruben Amorim likes to go to the gym and work out. That's what he likes to do at the end of the day, and that's the difference. That is the difference. And you know what? Hopefully, we got a much more passionate manager. The one thing about Erik ten Hag that we can criticise on, and is the fact that he wasn't as passionate, like in regards to on the side of the pitch, like pumping his fists and stuff, like Ruud van Nistelrooy was the other night against Leicester City, was pumping his fist at the Stretford end and stuff. That's nice. I like to see that. Shows a bit of passion and shows a bit of effort. You know, it was too mellow. How you doing, LT? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Hey, Sal, I just think we have to give Amorim a chance to get rid of those rotten apples and other statesmen in the team and give him the time to bed and not start naming calling when a loss. This is true, LT. Absolutely. When a manager is losing the plot, he starts name calling. He starts talking about what I've won in the past. I've won 2 trophies. I won 3 trophies. Sir Alex Ferguson never felt the need to ever mention how many league titles he won. So Alex Ferguson could have went in a press conference and said, I've won 13 titles. I won 13 titles. I won 2 Champions Leagues, blah, blah, blah. He never did that. Because when you do that, it shows that you're becoming defensive. He needs to just concentrate on winning. You're only as good as your last game. Let's not forget that. Ever. You're only as good as your last game. And you know what? Amorim, I don't think he will go down that road. I think Amorim's much more of a guy who wants to prove it on the pitch. And hopefully we win trophies. And the way to shut up the media, if you don't like the media, go on the pitch and win. That's it. If you start throwing up, oh, I won this, I won that, the media are just going to use it against you and you're just going to become an enemy and they're going to target you. And it becomes more and more difficult for you. And then people are going to misquote you and things like that. So you have to start, just do what your job is to do, is win football matches, right? And when you get to the press conference, keep it simple. Keep it simple. Tell the truth. Don't say too much. Say little but enough. Little but enough. And tell the truth. Don't make sensationalist quotes and things like that, of course. Big up, LT. Am I still logging, guys? Hopefully I'm okay. Hopefully I'm still okay now, guys. Let me know. Let me know if I'm okay. If I'm breaking a login, let me know, guys. Just let me know. Is it okay? Favourite Sir Jim Ratcliffe said, let's make our own Mbappe. Yeah, exactly. He said, let's make our own Mbappe. He said that we've been 10 years, we spent $1 billion. We ain't got £100 million player. It's disgraceful, isn't it, when you think about it, that we spent over $1 billion and we ain't got £100 million player, guys. Guys, let me know if my stream is okay. Let me know. I'll be able to sort it out if it's okay, guys. If anything, I will be able to sort it out. So don't worry. Coach Apia, how you doing, my friend? Coach Apia, good to see you, brother. I hope you're good. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you so much. If it starts cracking up, let me know. I'll put my data on and we go from there. I'm using the Wi-Fi, obviously, in this bar at the moment, so you know it can come a little bit blah blah blah. Of course, absolutely. But yeah, you know what? Time is an education, and one thing we got to do is concentrate on what happens tomorrow. Chelsea is a massive game for us. We win against Chelsea. You know what? That will give the team a huge amount of confidence. That will set us up nicely for the Ruben Amorim period, of course. I'm really looking forward to Ruben Amorim. His next game will be Ipswich Town away on the 24th of November, a day before my birthday, guys. A day before my birthday is Ruben Amorim's first game against Ipswich Town. And then after Ipswich Town, he's got Boulder Glimt in the Europa League. So they have 2 games. We're very capable of winning, guys. 2 games we should be winning, guys. 2 games. So yeah, I'll look at it after the stream try-through. Absolutely, I'll have a look at it. We as the fans should also support him because the media will pounce on him as soon as they get a chance. You can already hear, yeah, already. There's already people talking about him right now. He's not even started at Man United, and people are already jumping in him right now. It's crazy when you think about it. Absolutely mad, you know, that they're starting to jump in him right now. You know what that is? I'll tell you what that is, LT. It's fear. It's fear. That's what it is. It's fear. That's why they fear us coming back, because they've spoken a lot. ESPN FC, we're coming for you. We're coming for you. ESPN FC, we're coming for you. Because we know what you've been like with obviously Erik ten Hag. We know what you've been doing with Erik ten Hag, guys. I'm doing well, thanks. And please, I really appreciate your content watching from Ghana. Big up Ghana. Big up Accra. I've got a lot of family and enough friends at Accra, class as family, of course. I've got a lot of people over there. Big up Accra. Big up the Accra Massive in Ghana, of course. Big up yourself, brother. Thank you for joining me, Mr. Apia. How is hot there? It's not hot. It's winter here, by the way. You couldn't tell, innit? It is winter here, by the way, so it's about 30. Let me have a look at the temperature right now, guys. I'll have a look for you. Let's have a look. The temperature right now. Yeah, it's about 30, 32. So for summer, it's not too bad. Kazi Sal will turn 30. Thank you, Kazi. I'll take that answer. I would say yes. In November the 25th, I will turn 30. Let's believe that. Let's all believe that. Gugu is a versatile, but he's not cheap. Rather than we focus on buying Nabry. Nabry's an Arsenal reject, though, isn't he, GK? I don't want any Arsenal rejects. I hear them saying he might not be good enough for Antucho. Should have got. They're talking crap. Honestly, they're talking. Let them talk, LT. Let them talk. Well, the most important thing for us to do is support the manager and let the manager do the talking on the pitch. That's what we're going to do, and that's what we should always do. Do the talking on the pitch, and we will look after what the media say, etc. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Sal, if he says eras come to an end, and surely he will score no more eras. Let's not talk about eras anymore, because Eric Ten Hag, of course, said all eras come to an end. And you know what? It sort of started well, but it sort of went downhill after that, didn't it? Let's not big up yourself too much. Let's just talk about basically where we're going to go. Sal, big up Sal, ecstatic with Amorim coming in. Looking forward to his style of play. Me too, Satish. How you doing, Satish? Hope you're doing well. Me too. I'm really ecstatic about it. Absolutely excited about Ruben Amorim. He's got this aura about him, this winner about him. When I see Amorim, I see winner. That's what I mean. I see Man United winner. Portuguese managers notoriously do well in England. They do well in England, which is crazy, isn't it? When you think about it, that Dutch managers don't do well in English. Because Dutch are more similar to the English, but the Dutch don't do well. I think the Portuguese fit like a glove in regards to the Premier League. Kazi, I'm guessing 47. Absolutely not, mate. I'm younger. Absolutely not. Kazi, definitely not. You gave me a compliment, then you gave me a backhanded compliment. So it's a backhanded compliment you gave me there. Absolutely, a backhanded compliment from Kazi here there. Absolute. You know what, Kazi, you're a legend, right? You're a legend, but you know what? Absolutely. You push my buttons. You push my buttons. Big up Kazi though, only joking. Anyway, guys, yeah, so look, at the end of the day, look, it's all about the future now. And we feel concentrate on the future. And many of us will be on this stream, many of us will be celebrating together, because there's a lot of great things to come from this football club. And hopefully we get back to where we want to be, because at the end of the day, that is where we want to be. Age is grey's age minus. Kazi has more greys on his beard than I have in my whole body. Let me tell you that. Greys are a blessing. Greys are spirit. Greys are like they're like obviously sort of spiritual and stuff. Like, you know what I mean? You're lucky to see greys. ESPN is horrible. Stevie is the worst, but I'm happy that for Scott being a success. I'm happy as well for Scott McTominay, and I wish him the best of luck. It looks like Napoli are going to win the Scudetto. Unbelievably, they're really destroying that league at the moment, thanks to Scott McTominay, of course. They're winning that league for the second time in 3 years. That will be. They won the league. So, I mean, having not won the league for 30 years, to win it 2 times in obviously 3 years is quite impressive. Ineos should also support the manager over the players, and that we will bring back this high standard culture when the club comes first and the players know when they get on the pitch. Maximum effort. LT, love your comments, mate. Absolutely spot on. At the end of the day, it is all about support. But I mean, it's a collective at the end of the day. Support for the manager, support from the fans, support from the football club in general. And it is multi-layered. It is multi-layered, and we have to all get together as a collective. And you know what? We've got enough haters as it is. We've got the media, we've got rival fans, and part of our own fan base as well, which is disappointing. We have people who want to criticise the manager, and they will turn as soon as anything goes pear-shaped. As soon as their best player's not playing, for example, they'll start turning against the manager. It's up to us to be patient. It's up to us to be, classy and wait, of course. I have a half-cast beard. I know you're ginger. I think you got ginger and grey beard, isn't it? So you have a ginger and grey beard. So you know what? I commiserate you. Commiserations, Kazi. That's awful. That's really bad. I think it's ginger, grey, and brown, something like that. Definitely. Do you know what? It's a bit like being Spanish or Italian and being born ginger. That's sad, isn't it? When you think about it, and especially you're Bengali. How can you be ginger and be Bengali? I had to have a moment to myself looking over in the distance because it's tragic. Sorry. Scott Macaradona. Scott Macaradona. He's killing it over there. He's absolutely killing it over there. He's doing really well over there. I mean, I knew he would. It's a slower pace of football. It's a slower pace of football. Is grey a sign of maturity? Is grey not a sign of maturity, Sachis? In some cases, yes. In some cases, it's like Fabrizio Raffanetti was great when he played. He was a great footballer, So, but some people have maturity. Some people is a disability. If I'm having a grey hair in there, of course, guys. But you know what? My commiserations are out to obviously Kazi. So I believe the earlier we get rid of Rashford, the better for us. He gives bad vibes and hate behaviour. I do. You get the feeling, don't you, man? You know as well as me. I know I'm not the only one. You get that bad feeling about, if you're a spiritual person, you get that sort of feeling about Rashford that he's like not a nice person. He's a manipulator. He's a liar. He's a liar on the pitch. And I would myself, get rid of those players who've been there for years. That's what I'll say. I'm brown with black and white beard. It's not racist when I say it. I mean, the way I see it, Kazi, is that you're ginger. You can say it. You can openly say it here, mate. You know what I mean? Don't call me ginger. Don't call me ginger. I mean, that's what I see, though. That's what I see. I mean, I'm not colorblind. So, do dye your hair and you will be fine turning it into purple. My hair's black. My hair's black with a tint. My hair's black with a tint. Also agree Rashford needs to go. Absolutely does need to go, guys. Guys, it's been a brilliant show. Gone so quickly. Thank you so much for everyone who's joined me this morning. I'll be back later on for the match preview of Manchester United against Chelsea. Don't miss that one, guys. It's going to be good. I'm going to give an insight to Chelsea where they can threaten us, where we can threaten, obviously, Chelsea as well. We should go and buy Kenny Yildiz, nice number 10, though we have an academy, same niece attacking midfielder, Ibrahimovic, and also I watched Arda back in the day. I like the Real Madrid player, obviously the Turkish Real Madrid player. I like him. Tura, absolutely, Arda. Tura, I think he's good. You're right on us being divided, and the media has to play us all at this time. Let's unite and support the team. Be patient and let the structure cook the team, because it's been years since. Absolutely LT. Big up LT. Spot on, my friend. That's what we do. It's all about unity, and let the others talk about us. What salon do you use? It's behind me. I don't know any names of saloons, Lumen, so I don't use salons. I don't lose salons. My name's Sal, but I don't lose salons. What are you eating? Nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Amorim should use Ibrahimovic. He could do, guys. Guys, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been a fantastic show. I hope you have a fantastic day. I'll be back later on in my usual settings, of course, maybe, for Chatterbox, guys, for the Man United versus Chelsea preview. Have a great day, guys, and don't forget, I'm back later on, and don't forget to subscribe if you are new. I know a lot of you have been here a long time, and smash a like on the way out, guys. Very important you smash a like on the way out, and you know what? Let's keep the belief, and let's believe in the process, guys. All the best. Take it easy. Go Man United. All the best.